You could have chosen to quietly re-enter society after your release, but why instead did you decide to do this docuseries, which is clearly going to give you even greater attention after your release from prison?
I think the heart of it all is I just want to share my story. I want to be a voice for the voiceless. I want to come out and just tell people this is who I am. This is why I'm doing this. It's important to me. It's close to my heart. And so I'm just tackling it. Yes, it is a lot right out of prison, but I'm doing it for a cause. She started telling people that I had cancer, but none of it was true. There was also a lot of emotional and physical abuse. I started to feel like it was either her or me. So my purpose for doing this documentary is really to just shed light on mental health awareness, Munchausen by proxy syndrome. This is why I want to share with others what I've been through, is because if somebody out there is watching this, they can see me and know that they're not alone. Because when I was living with my mother, I felt very alone. I always say that if I had someone to tell me, hey, it's safe to talk to someone and tell them that you're struggling, tell them that your home situation is bad, tell them you're being abused, I wouldn't have committed my crime. So that's why it's important for me to share my story.
Dee Dee Blanchard's death was violent.
And that's when I hear her calling my name, Gypsy, help me.
Her daughter, Gypsy Blanchard, and her boyfriend are now jailed on first-degree murder.
I played a part in asking him to commit the murder. That is why I'm in prison.
I feel like so many people out there feel like they already know you. We've seen so many documentaries, so many TV shows about you. What do you feel like is the biggest misconception about Gypsy Rose?
I feel like the biggest misconception about me is that they think that I'm still that little girl that got arrested or that was in the wheelchair living with my mother. I think they don't realize that there has been a time gap from, it's an 8.5-year time gap from when I got arrested to now. And I've grown up, I'm matured, I'm a woman, I'm married. Like, a lot has changed. Whereas I think when they watch the previous documentaries and even the act, I think their image of me in their mind is still stuck in that time space. And they don't allow for any growth because all they see is those images of me living with my mom. And so I think now that I'm coming out as a woman and sharing my story now, I hope they'll see me in a more grown-up light.
You can't breathe. Your body strangled you. 5 minutes, I could have lost you forever. Is that what you want?
Have you or will you watch the act that Patricia Arquette, Joey King portray you, your mother? Have you seen it yet?
I have not watched the act, no.
Do you plan on it?
I don't plan on watching
Why?
it. I lived it. For me, looking for things that weren't correct or that were inaccurate, that's neither here nor there for me. That's why I'm doing this docuseries, is to share my truth of the actual events that took place. I'm not trying to Hollywood it up. I'm just trying to share my story in the truest of lights. My mother walked into the room and she had a wheelchair with her, and very bluntly told me to use the wheelchair. I didn't understand her reasonings, but I trusted her. She was my best friend, and I loved her, and I never questioned as a child.
And your mother really isolated you. And I mean, had you spoken out and told your truth to someone, would circumstances have been different, you think? Yeah.
I think so, absolutely.
Yeah.
One of my biggest regrets is not just calling my dad up and telling him what was going on in my life. The first time I tried to run away, she chained me to the bed. And before I knew it, I pulled the trigger. She never wanted me to find love or be happy. I'm sorry.
We see in this documentary that your family has regrets, healthcare professionals have regrets, so the one regret you have is that you didn't reach out to your father.
Exactly. I have many regrets, but the biggest one is that I didn't call my dad and just express how much I needed his help. Now looking back on it, I wish that I stood up for myself more. But people don't know that there was a lot of emotional abuse attached with the medical abuse. And they don't know how far back she was doing this to me.
How did that prison time allow you to grow? Because at one point in the series, you said something along the lines of, you don't think you would have been prepared to live a life on your own or have complete
Right.
freedom. So prison, in a sense, was the time for you to experience growth. So how did that help you?
I always say that life is what you make it. And so I took a complicated situation. I took a situation that I had no control over, and I turned it into a positive. So I worked for 8.5 years to take classes, get my GED, better myself as a person, grow from that, make it not wasted or dead time. I just want to send a quick video to thank everyone for the massive amount of support that I've been getting on social media.
So many people are interested in your story. I mean, your newfound social media fame is next level. How are you wrapping your mind around your now famous status on the gram, you know?
I don't even comprehend it at this point.
Really?
Because for me, I'm just another face in the crowd. So when I came out of prison, I didn't expect this giant wave of social media. You know, I'm posting selfies just like the next person would, or the next person, not thinking anything of it. And before I know it, it has 2 million views. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, you've got 6 million followers
it's an
and counting.
adjustment.
I'd say so. So what was your reaction? I mean, it was just like mind-blowing for you, huh?
It's an adjustment. Like, I didn't have social media for the longest time, so, you know, I'm having fun with the selfies and the Snapchats and all of this.
Girl, you're on everything. You're on Instagram.
I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'm on everything. You know, I'm just having fun with it.
That's awesome. Has there been a celebrity or influencer that's followed you that's kind of made you starstruck?
I haven't honestly checked my DMs. I am
Girl, come on now,
flooded.
Gypsy.
I am so flooded right now. I just post and kind of let it be. I'm just like, oh, that's a cute picture.
You're not looking at those DMs?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right.
So to everyone out there, I don't check my DMs. Sorry.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Mama is the guy on the screen coming straight home to me.
Bet Taylor Swift was a huge inspiration to you while you were in prison. What
Mm-hmm.
about her inspired you?
I love her music. I mean, I don't think that there's many people that don't love her music. She's hitting the top charts right now. But I think that she is an inspiration to women. She's all about girl power, which is great. So, yeah, I like her music, and I think that she's a great artist.
Do you have a favorite song or era first?
I am loving her Midnights era right now.
Okay.
I'm loving it. Karma has been like my #1 on my playlist.
Shocking. Shocking. Have you seen the Eras tour? Maybe?
I haven't yet. I want to though.
Plan to go maybe to see the concert
yeah,
actually?
Yeah, at some point I plan to go.